Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have been requested to do a slicked back hairstyle for a while now. I did one last year on my Instagram and so many people love this hairstyle. I feel like it's an essential if you're a mom, especially if you want to feel a little bit more put together, but you just don't have the time. It really just elevates the look completely, in my humble opinion, because everything is out of your face. It's very family friendly, but you can still wear a fun earring. It can show off makeup if you're wearing it, but it still is refined and classic. If you want to know my tips, tricks, and hacks for this slicked back hairstyle look, then just keep on watching. Starting with, are we on 4th day or 3rd day hair? My hair has been getting so much greasier faster since having Josie. I remember that vaguely with Olive and Oscar, that my hair wash cycle was shortened because of the hormones, adding oils and all that fun stuff. So it is what it is. Normally I can go like a full week, and sometimes I do just because I wear this hairstyle for like 3 days straight, so I can push my wash a little bit out. But we have, I think this is 3rd day hair, and you can definitely see the grease a little bit forming, especially in the under bits. I could probably get away with like a good blast of dry shampoo, but I can't be bothered. So I'm gonna show you how I do my slicked snatched bun. Okay, I'm gonna show you how I do it with a part because I feel like it's a little bit more finicky rather than just going all the way back, which I do like an all the way back bun, but we are gonna show it with a part. First things first, I'm gonna start off with this smoothing cream. It's from the Smooth Company, which is an Irish brand. You can use the Day one. I actually really like the Day one. This one's very similar to it. I prefer Day smelling products, but since it's only in America, I'm gonna use things that you can get here. So this is just a smoothing cream, and genuinely, I just plop it all over my hair. This eliminates having to use like extra hairspray or gel, things that like naturally would be really good for this hairstyle but aren't really great for your hair and leave it more crunchy, where this definitely smooths and slicks the hair back, but it still has a nice texture afterwards, like it's not ruining your hair. So I have this smoothing cream on, making sure to get right into those little baby hairs. I have a very thin like baby hairline right at this like front of my head right here. Like there's hair here, but it's super thin. It's always been like that. I'm gonna actually section it into 2 parts. So from my temples, which is like right here, I'm gonna take it going in an upward angle, so not like directly horizontal, a little bit slightly upwards, and we're going to put this away. We're not gonna touch this part just yet, so I'm gonna make a tiny little bun on top. Now I think the brush has a really pivotal part to play in the slicked back bun, because if you're using a normal like tooth comb or brush, you're gonna have those lines in your hair, and no matter how much you brush it, you're still gonna have those like tooth lines, if you know what I mean. So you want one, excuse the hairs in it, that has like that really fine bristle in it, along with like little bald teeth on top, if that makes sense. The really fine brush bristles smooth and stretch the hair so that you really get the slicked back look. So you can kind of see already what I mean. This is where you can eliminate a lot of extra product just by taking your time brushing your hair into the placement, and then also where you want to land your bun. So if you want a low one, I'd go nape of the neck. Mid, I'd go top of the ear. We're just gonna go a touch above just because I want a little lift. Also, top tip, if you've been toying with the thought of Botox, this is a great way to test it out, because man, does it pull back your skin. Making sure I'm getting underneath as well. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I'm gonna take an elastic, one that's pretty stretchy, and I'm just going to secure that little tiny ponytail, cannot speak, in place. I can already see it's like definitely pulling back the skin, but this is a really good anchor and also keeps the hair in place a little bit better. Now we're gonna move on to that top section that we had, and that smoothing cream is kind of dried a little bit, so it's a little bit more like a paste. So this is where the little part comes into effect. I like to take my fingernail, you can use a comb if you'd like, but your fingernail works just as good. And you really only want like a 2-inch part. You don't want a massive part. For me specifically, I don't think it suits me. This is where it kind of goes a little bit based off of your head shape and what kind of parting you like. You could do a side part, a middle part, a downwards like facing one. I'm gonna go upwards, up to you and your preference, but The techniques are all the same when it comes to like smoothing. So it's just like how you want your part to lay is up to you and your personal preference. You might have to play around with that. I'm going to smooth it into that bottom part of the ponytail, but I want the top to go back. I don't want it to go down, I want it to go back. Same with this side. Having that bottom anchor ponytail just kind of gives you less hair to worry about when you're brushing it back at this point. See how easy this is looking already? After this, it's really just like fine tuning. Once you get this part down like pat, then you're good to go. Okay, I feel good about that. Now I'm just going to put that second elastic and secure it all in place. I'm actually really liking it as a ponytail today because my hair isn't like fully like greasy and like really just hanging on by a thread before I wash it. I think I might leave it as a ponytail today, but after the finessing, you can put it into like a bun, or I like to, because I have layers in my hair, I like to braid it with some of that smoothing cream, braid it and then wrap it and pin it in place. So you can do that, but I'm gonna keep it in a ponytail today. Now this is where the fine tuning comes, because like, yeah, it's slicked back, but because I have a really fair temple little, you know, receding looking line, but it's just really fair hair, this is where we've got to finesse a little bit. So if you watched my latest makeup tutorial, I did a little bit of it here. This is a brow pencil, but because your brows are so like your root color, it's perfect for filling it in. I don't really love those hairsprays or root touch-ups because I feel like they're so thick in consistency that it's obvious you're wearing something in areas that you need it. So my little top tip is taking like a little brow pencil. This is a trio, so it comes with like a pen, a spoolie, and then also a brow pencil. So I'm gonna use the brow pencil side. I have this in the shade Taupe, which is a nice ashy tone. And keeping it in where I need, I'm gonna use this before I like brush all my baby hairs into place because then it softens the lines that I'm putting in. So I'm just going rough-handed. I'm not being precise with it because the little smoothing brush I'm gonna use after will soften any harsh lines that I put in. But this just gives me a little shadowing where I need it and fills it in as if my hairline is a little bit thicker. You see what I mean already? Obviously this hasn't been blended and, you know, perfected, but already the shadowing makes such a difference. Here as well. Again, don't worry about any little brush strokes you might see. That will be sorted in a second. Taking another product from the Smooth Company. This is kind of their like all-star product that made them go viral and everyone's obsessed with. I feel like a lot of hair brands have like a smoothing comb at this point just for flyaways. What this one stands out with is that it's not super intense gel-like in the formula. It's very smoothing. There's literally my hair on it from the last time I used it. So it's not going to leave like a crunchy feel. It's really just gonna smooth out all those little baby areas. So I'll get nice up close and personal. And we are going to start smoothing those baby hairs back. And because the bristles are like a silicone, they're also gonna brush through that brow product that we just put on and really smooth out the finish so it doesn't look like I put makeup there. So all in all, it's a win-win. Looks like my hairline is banging. I feel like using that brow pencil technique is just a lot more natural than any kind of powder or, you know, those little like root touch-ups that you can get at the drugstore or Sephora. I've gotten them before and I feel like they're never the right color. Even the lightest shade is like a yellowy tinge, which even a really blonde person's hair doesn't have that at the root. So I feel like a brow pencil is genuinely the perfect shade. Like, see that side compared to this side? It's like slicked back. It looks flawless and a natural gradient rather than like dark going right from your actual hairline, because if you are blonde, naturally you're gonna have a little bit of a blonde hair gradient. So this keeps it very authentic and natural looking. That looks pretty good. I'm even gonna pop a little bit on top of these little spiky bits so that it looks a little bit smoother in the ponytail region. I am very happy with the finished result, but because I live in a country where you get 4 seasons in a day, I can't rely on just a really nice smoothing stick. I do need a little bit of hairspray, which I've been using this one for the last 3 weeks and I really like it. It's a non-aerosol one and it's from Wella and they're like hair experts. So I got it off of Amazon. I'll link it below. Just gonna give it a light little mist to that. Recently, this is just an added step. I got this in the mail and oh my goodness. I don't really know the purpose of a hair mist specifically. Like I just put whatever perfume I'm wearing in my hair anyways, but I guess if there's better things for your hair than perfume, because I know there are alcohols in perfume, and like if you like the smell, obviously win-win, because you can put it anywhere. If it's safe on your hair, it's safe on your skin. This new one from Kaylee, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Kaylee. It's Huda Beauty's sister's fragrance brand. She just launched this one, and it's in Oudgasm Rose Oud 16, and it's the notes of lemon, geranium, Bulgarian rose, vanilla Madagascar, which is one of my favorite smells, cashmere wood, and oud. So if those are scents, hints, notes that attract you, you will love this. It's not overwhelmingly rosy, if you know what I mean. It's really beautiful. It smells luxurious and fancy and rich. That's like the best way I can, you know, when you step into Harrods in London, like that's the smell I'm getting, is like fancy. Anyways, that is my little slicked back hair tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful, informative, and let me know if you try it in the comments down below. This is a must for me. Obviously, if I'm not talking through it, I can whip it out in 5 minutes. It elevates any outfit I'm wearing just because it's slicked back and my makeup and earring situation are on show. I feel like it's really refined, sleek, and chic. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what other tutorials you want to see in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.